చెప్పేసుకుంటే మనకు కంప్లీట్ అవుతుంది అన్న. వాట్ ఆర్ ద నెక్స్ట్ కమాండ్స్? DCL and TCL commands. Okay, what are the DCL and TCL commands? DCL commands are to control the databases. We have the two commands, grant and revoke. TCL have the transaction control language. To control the transactions, we can use these commands. We have the three commands: save point, rollback, and commit. Okay, we can learn in detail about these commands. Okay, what are the DCL commands? Okay, DCL is the abbreviation for the data control language. Data control language, and these commands are used to control the user access in a database. Sorry, nane ikkada DCL raval. These commands are used to control the user access. We can have multiple users in the database. Okay, మనం SQL లో multiple users ని create చేసుకోవచ్చు. Multiple users who can access these, that can be controlled by these DCL commands, and these are related to the security issues. What are the security issues? With the help of this, we can secure. To avoid the updation, we can secure the data. When we are avoiding the updation, deletion, what is the meaning of that? We are securing our databases. Okay, so these commands are related to the security issues. And using DCL commands, it allows or restrict the user from accessing data in the database schema. Okay, it restricts the user from accessing the data. Okay, we can restrict the data to modify, data to select, like that we can restrict by using these commands. These are the two commands, grant and revoke. Okay, grant is using to give the granting the permissions, and rollback is take back the permissions back from the users. Okay, these are used to grant and take back authority from any database user. We can at a time assign the permissions to the multiple users and take back the permissions from the users. Okay, and these are used to control privileges in the data. Granting the permissions are called those permissions are privileges. By using these, by giving the privileges to the database users, we can use grant and take back for those privileges. It means cancelling those privileges for the revoke. To perform any operation in the database, for the creating the tables, sequences, creating the tables, creating the views. Okay, every user needs these privileges. Okay, these privileges can be assigned to the user by the DCL commands. Okay, we have the two DCL commands. One is the grant and another is the revoke. Okay, grant command is used to give user access privileges to a database. What are the access permissions we are giving on the database to the user? For which user you are giving which privileges? Normally the DML commands can be giving as the access privileges to the user on the databases, and revoke is useful to back permissions from the user. Okay, cancelling those permissions, granting permissions by the grant command, and cancelling those permissions means take back the permissions from the user by the revoke command. Okay, what is the privilege? Privilege means which defines the access rights provided to a user on a database object. Okay, the access rights provided to the user on the database are called the privileges. These are the two types of privileges: system privileges and object privileges. System privileges includes permissions for creating sessions, tables, etc., and all types of other system privileges. Okay, we can also restrict for creating the tables, sessions, views, like that. Okay, so system privilege allow the user to create, alter, or drop the database objects. We can restrict these create, alter, drop. And object privileges includes permissions for any command or query to perform any operation on the database tables. Okay, object privileges means permission, which are the permissions included to perform the commands on the databases. Like this allows the user to execute the commands. We can also use the execute command to execute. This execute command is used to execute the set of commands and procedures. Those can be, and select, insert, update or delete. It select, insert, update, delete are the DML and DQL commands, and also the execute command also included in the object. These commands can also be, these can be allowed to user by using these object privileges. Okay, privileges means defining the access rights provided to the user on the database objects. The objects may be the tables, views or databases. Okay, grant command. What is the grant? Grant is to granting the permissions. Okay, this command is used to provide any user access privileges or other privileges for the database. Okay, we have to provide the user access privileges by using this command, and this privilege could be select, delete, update and insert on the tables and views. Okay, what are the privileges can be granted to the user? Selecting means viewing the data, selecting the data from the database means accessing the data. Delete, the user can delete the data from the tables. Update, insert. Okay, if you doesn't provide the access privilege for the insert, the user cannot insert the records into the database. Okay, if the user has no access privilege for delete, the user cannot delete the record from the database. Okay, like that these permissions can be given by using the grant command, and this command allows specified users to perform specific tasks. We can access the privileges, specified privileges for the specified users. Okay, we can give some one or two permissions to the user one. For example, we have the users user 1, user 2, like that. We can give the some only 2 permissions for the user 1, only one or 2 permissions for the user 2, like that we can assign. Okay, we can also specify the permissions and also the users when you are granting. Okay, this is the syntax of the grant command. Grant privilege name on object name, on which object. Here you have to specify the table, database table or view. Okay, that can be specified. To which user. Okay, and this is the public and the role name and with grant option. In this syntax, what is the privilege name? Privilege name means the access right granted to the user. Okay, and these access rights may be the all, execute and select. We can grant all the privileges to that user. We can only grant the execute privilege. We can only grant the select privilege, like that. Okay, we can give these privilege. Privilege name may be these access rights, and object name means the name of the database object, like the table, view, stored procedure. Okay, and the sequence, stored procedures. These all can be in the next topics we can learn. And the sequences, we can create the sequences, tables, views. Okay, those can be used as the database objects. Username is the name of the user to whom an access right is being granted, for whom you are accessing those rights. Public is used to grant access rights to all users. If you want to granting the permissions to all users, you can assign those as the public. And roles are a set of privileges grouped together. Okay, here role name, this name can be the set of privileges. We have the different privileges. Okay, by using all can also be granted. All the permissions are setting by the roles. And with grant option, it allows a user to grant access rights to other users. We can granting the privileges, and we can also granting the permissions to that user. That user can also grant the permissions for other users. Okay, when you are specifying this with grant option, this is the optional. Okay, this is the syntax how we can use this. Okay, for example, grant select on employee to username. For example, we have the users, user1, user2, like that we have the users. We can practice on the user1, user2 as our needs. Okay, and these we can create individually. Employee table can be exist in the user1 as well as the user2. These are the different users. Here we are granting the only select on which table, employee table, to which user. The user wants employee table have the granting permission for the select. What is the meaning of that? This command grants a select permission on employee table to user 1. Only we are granting the select permission for the employee table of the user 1. Only they can select. What is the meaning of that? They can only view the records. Okay, they cannot update, modify, insert or delete, because we are only granting the select privilege to the employee. And this is grant all on EMP to user 1. What is the meaning of that? Here we are using the all. All means we are granting the all permissions like execute, select, update, insert, delete. These all permissions can be granting on the EMP table of the user 1. Like this or this. Instead of using the individually commands, you can use the all privilege. Okay, this is the example of the using the grant. And next is the revoke command. Opposite to the grant is the revoke. Revoke command removes user access rights or privileges to the database objects. Okay, it removes the access rights or removes the privileges to the database object. What is the meaning of that? It is used to take back permissions from the user. In the previous example, we are granted the all permissions to the employee for the user 1. We can, if you want to take back those, what is the meaning of that? Cancelling those permissions. We have to use the what is that? Revoke command. Okay. Another meaning of that? Withdraw access privileges given with the grant command. Revoke withdraws access privileges given with the grant command. And we can remove all the privileges or remove one or more privileges. We are granting all privileges for the employee table on the user 1. We can revoke only some of the. Okay, or at a time we can remove all the privileges by using the revoke command. Okay, revoke syntax is revoke privilege which are revoking, which are taking back, which privilege, on which object. Here you have to specify the object, that may be the table or sequence or view, anything. Okay, which are granted by using the grant command. From which user. Okay, this is the syntax of the revoke command. Yes, revoke command can be used by using the grant. We are given the select on employee for the user 1. Here we are taking back a revoke select on empty from user 1. We are given the select privilege on the employee table for the user 1. Here we are revoking, taking back. Okay, it revoke a select privilege on employee, means we cannot select the data from the employee table of the user 1. Okay, and next revoke update on EMP. In the grant we are granted all permissions of the employee for the user 1. Here only we are taking back the update. So insert, select, delete, those all can be access privileges. Only update can be taken back, means we cannot update the employee record related to the user 1. Okay, this is the simple examples of the revoke command. And next we have the TCL commands. TCL means transaction control language commands. These commands deals with the transaction within the database. Okay, these are related to the transactions in the database. Okay, and these commands can only use with DML commands. What are the DML commands? Insert, update, delete. Okay, only with these commands. By using these commands only we are doing the transactions on the databases. Okay, so transaction commands can be applied only for the DML commands. Delete all rows from a table. Okay, we can delete the, okay, delete can be used to delete the all rows. and this TCL commands allow statements to be grouped together into logical transactions. TCL commands can be used to గ్రూప్ చేయడానికి, మనం ఏంటి స్టేట్మెంట్స్ని గ్రూపింగ్ చేసుకోవడానికి. ఓకే, ట్రీస్ అంటే ఏంటి, జనరల్గా ఏంటి, వీ హ్యావ్ ద డిఫరెంట్ కమాండ్స్ DDL, DML, DCL, DQL and TCL. DDL commands are auto committed, means when we create, alter, drop, those are auto committed, means auto permanently changes into the database. DML commands are not auto committed, we have to manually commit them. Committing means, what is the meaning of that? Permanently saving those different updations, modifications on those databases by using these TCL commands. Generally these DML commands are work temporarily when the up to the system is on. When the application is closed, these cannot work. Okay, these are the not auto committed records. By using them permanently, we can use these TCL commands. We have the different TCL commands. Those are the commit, rollback and save point. Okay, what is the commit command? Commit is used to save all the transactions to the database permanently. Okay, actually the DML commands are not performing permanently on those databases. Those are the doing the transactions temporarily. To make them permanently, you have to use the commit command. Okay, commit command can be used like this. Commit, for example, delete from customers. Customers is the one of the table. Okay, customer have the one field, that is the age, whose age is 25. Those are deleted from the customers. To permanently these records from the customers table, we have to use the commit. When you use after this DML command, delete is the one of the DML command. After this command, we are using here commit. What is the meaning of that? The customers whose age is 25 can be permanently deleted from the customers table. To make the transactions permanent, we can use the commit. Okay, commit can be used directly, commit immediately after the DML command. Okay, and rollback. Rollback is used to, this is the opposite to the previous. What is that? Commit. Commit makes the commands permanent, transaction permanent. This is used to undo transactions that have not already been saved to the database. Okay, this is to undo the previous action. Okay, these can be used directly, rollback. For example, here we are using delete from customers where age is equal to 25. By mistakenly we are deleted. To undo that, we can use immediately rollback. Okay, rollback is used to the undo the previous. Deleted here customer's age is 25. To undo this, we can use the rollback. Okay, rollback is to undo the transaction that have already been saved, not been saved in the database. And another command is the save point. Save point is the save some point. Okay, it is used to roll the transaction back to a certain point without rolling back to entire transaction. When you are using the rollback, it rollbacks its previous transaction entirely. Okay, we don't want to roll back the entire transaction. We have to back to certain point. That point can be created by using the save point. Okay, it is used to roll the transaction back to a certain point. Okay, rollbacks the entire transaction, but roll back to certain point by the save point. And it is used to temporarily save a transaction so that you can roll back to that point whenever required. Okay, by using the save point command, we can create some points on that transaction, and we can roll back to that point by using the rollback. Okay, save point can be used like this. Syntax is save point name. We have to give some save point name. By using the save point name, we have to roll back to that point. Okay, and save point can be defined like this also. Using this command, we can name the different states of our data in any table and then roll back to that state using the rollback command whenever required. We are performing different stages on the tables. Okay, for particular transactions, we are giving some what is that save points that can be rolled back by using this rollback command. Okay, for example, here I am given this example. Here we are using the save point and rollback. For example, here I am taken one table, that is the which has the two columns ID and name. It has the three records 1, 2, 4. 1 is Abby, 2 is Adams, some 4 is Alex. Okay, here I am performing some SQL queries. Okay, what is the insert? I am inserting insert into this class. This is the table class. Values 5, Rahul, and making them as a commit. So 5 is automatically committed into this. And again I am changing that update class. Set name is equal to Abhijit, where ID is equal to 5. Just now I inserted the ID for the ID 5. I have inserted the name is the Rahul, but it is what is that updated as the Abhijit, and this transaction is saving as the save point A. This is the save point name. Again I am using the another command, that is insert into class values, another record 6 and cherries. Okay, next this is saved as the save point B. Up to now we have the record 6. Here we have a new record, that is the 5, and that is updated Abhijit. And next 6 as the Chris, it is acted. And again I am inserted the new value, that is 7 and Bravo. Now I am saved this inserted record save and Bravo as a save point C. Now I am displaying select star from class. It displays. Now our class table has the what is that 6 records 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, next here now using the rollback command to roll back the state of the data to the save point B. For that we have to use rollback to B. What is the B? What is the B? Save point B is only 6 up to 6, no 7th record. Okay, here we are rolling back to here, means this command is cancelled. Okay, then we are performing select star from class. Now it records. What is the B? Only up to 6. 6th record. When you are inserting the 6th record, that point is saved as the B save point. Again I am roll back to the state A. Again we are save point to the B. Roll back to A. What is the rollback of save point of A? What is the A? A is the update command. Okay, when the record 5 is updated as the Abhijit. So 6th record is also rolled back, means inserted, means it is also deleted. Not inserted means previous commands, it is rolled back to the previous command. Roll back to A, select star from class. When you roll back to A, again performing the select command, it only displays this. Like this we can use the rollback and save point command. Okay, save point is used to create some point for that performed transaction, and we can roll back to that particular point by using the rollback command. Okay, in the next we can learn about the SQL functions and SQL operators also. We have the different types of functions. Okay, that can be learned in the next class. Okay, have you any doubts, or we can stop the class? ఎలా చేస్తామో చూపించాలా, లేకుంటే మళ్ళీ స్టాప్ చేసుకుందామా క్లాస్? Okay, now I can leave the class. నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్లో నేను చూపిస్తాను.